Hello, beautiful people. Honest Am here, the creator of the Honesty Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennial people who are truly trying to get their shit together. And this is the monthly empowerment read where we use the tarot to become the alchemists of our lives. So if you are tired of creating vision boards that never come true, this channel is for you. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cusses in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlamagne and God, it would not stop me. All right, y'all, let's get into it. God, what does my Sagittarius need to know for this month of January? What does my Sagittarius need to know in the month of Sagittarius? In the month of Sagittarius, in the month of January. Angel number 46, what can they look forward to? What potential blocks may be in the way? Potential challenges that they need to overcome. Please give us the guidance to become the alchemists of our lives. Make it as plain as possible. Guys, make sure that you check out angel number 104. Make sure you check out the description box below. There are always angel messages to give you additional guidance, as well as information about honestlysis.com and booking information for me. It's always some good stuff down here. Ooh, I'm loving this. Oh, I love this. So, Sagittarius, your month of January is going to be about acceptance. That's the overlying energy. So, I feel like this is a red card. So, we know that that's all about the root chakra. So, I feel like this month of January is going to be about you really having not only an acceptance for yourself, but acceptance for what you are doing. Kind of like having this appreciation for it is what the energy that I'm kind of getting off of it. Underneath it is facade. So, I feel like what is happening is that I think you are walking away. What's underlying this energy is that you're starting to walk away from the things that are no longer that are no longer serving you. I feel like you're starting to get out of your head about how your journey looks and really truly embracing it and embracing where you are. Angel number 206, but don't take my word for it. I am going to go get some more information from us. Remember, guys, this is like a conversation. It's all about just, really trying to manifest in our life. So this red cards are all about letting our intuition be the guide. And when it comes for acceptance, it says innocent and an inability to seize one's gifts are indicated, as well as the protection of spirit guides. Good luck and increase in self-awareness and confidence. And I love that it says an increase in self-esteem and confidence, because this is the yellow card, which is all about your solar plex. So this, so for the month of January, what you're going to be working on is firming down your roots, your foundation, your red chakra, your red chakra. And then you're also going to be, learning how to stand in your power. Like that's what's going to help you be able to put down these roots, because you're standing in your power and you're turning away from things that are no longer good for you. This also is talking about accepting the talents that you have. So let's read this. When I accept myself, I find love. Cherry loves her work as a waitress, Cherry loves her work as a waitress, but feels that something is missing from her life. She has a boyfriend, yet she senses that he is unfaithful. One day, a customer orders cherry pie. Cherry cuts a slice and signs to a friend that her life is like that pie, with the slice missing. Her friend remarks that maybe Cherry in a heart-shaped pie. Her friend remarks that maybe Cherry is a heart-shaped pie. Cherry's perspective changes. She loses her boyfriend and later meets a man who makes her happy. A magic box of self-acceptance appears before you. Your unique qualities reside within you. Open it. Are things simple now? Cherry hearts invite you to see yourself as complete, just as you are. Am I assessing myself accurately, or am I distorting my reality in a self-defeating way? Can I simply accept myself? One thing that we have to understand, that on this journey to, becoming the alchemists of our lives, or to master our lives, or to realize our dream, whatever you want to call it, on our way to healing and wholeness, we have to understand that underneath all of that, you can, go get the classes, you can go get the energy readings, but underneath all of that, what really matters at the end of the day is you accepting yourself and you accepting where you are right now in your life. If you are watching this video and you are 75, 85, 25, I don't care where you are on the spectrum of life, if you choose after this video, you know what? I don't want to live life like this anymore. Angel number 456. Then God will put situations and events and occurrences in your life to get you to change the path and the trajectory of your life. It's never too late for you to realize your dreams. I remember I love Project Runway, and I don't know if it was this past season or maybe the season before last, but there was a lady on there, and she had a whole career in corporate accounting or corporate America. And she decided to throw it away, not throw it away, but walk away from it and really pursue her dreams in fashion. And so look up, I think it may have been 2 years later or 2 or 3 years out of fashion school, she's on Project Runway, and she was able to show her collection at Bryant, at the the big ending or whatever. Now, what if she would have been like, oh, I'm too old, or this is my career and I just gotta be here, this is what I gotta do? What if she did that? She would have never gotten to experience that. And now, because she was able to experience that, I know that lady life would never be the same. And I know everybody who watched that, everybody who participated in there and felt that energy, like, I loved her designs, like I liked her view of things. I don't care what field you want to be in. You want to be a makeup artist, you want to be an IG artist, whatever you want to do. I don't care how many people doing it. Nobody can do it like you. So if there has been just this nagging feeling on the inside of you that there's something that I need to do, there's something, this isn't it. I feel like there's something more. That's what it is. It starts as this nagging feeling. Or maybe it's just this distant dream, angel number 636, that you just keep thinking about. And you're like, oh, that would be great, but no buts. This is the year where you turn your dreams into reality. But it's only going to happen if you take it serious, if you step up to the plate, if you have acceptance of yourself. Whew, this is such a calming energy. I don't feel like you guys are anxious at all. I feel like you guys are just, it's like you want to do it, but you're just not sure. And I feel like God is being so gentle with you, angel number 713, and just being like, come on, What happens is, that's how you learn to trust your intuition. Like, what happens is you clicked on this video, and this video said everything that you needed to hear. And you'll be, you amped up, and you may leave this video and really start taking action steps. And sometimes it's not physical steps. Sometimes it's just a mental shift. Sometimes you just make up a decision in your mind. This is not how I want things to go. Just like Cherry, she could have just sat there and kept living the life that she was living. She could have kept dealing with this unfaithful relationship. She could have kept having this half emptiness. Or she could have said, you know what? I want better for myself, so I'm going to go out there and get better for myself. And when you do that, every time you do that, the universe will rise to catch you. All right, so this is about exploring your thought process. In facade, personal comfort comes with this metallic energy and a deep need to discover your true self. Earthly values and a care for others are also represented. Being cut out from feelings may be a challenge. Recover who you are and rethink your journey. So all of this is about you having this self-acceptance, like from the top to the bottom. Let's read this. This isn't who I am. The bronze boy, Darnell, was young when his father died and he became the man of the family. Out for a walk one day, many years later, he was mesmerized by the sight of children playing. As a child, he never played, and he hid behind a tree, crying bitterly, then quickly buried his emotions. At the end of his life, on his way to heaven, he stopped at the park and finally reclaimed the inner child he had left behind many years before. If you are unhappy in your relationships, you may be relating to others through a false sense of duty. Give up being something you are not. Bronze God is about reclaiming life. What have I done to heal my childhood pain? So maybe a lot of you guys are not, stepping into your power. You're not, you're not willing to step up because things have not always been good for you. And you're like, so why would it be good for me now? And God is saying, because you want it to be good now. That story, that tale is all about this guy realizing that he never had a childhood. And that's something that I also I can identify with, because I was the older sibling. And you know, when you are the oldest sibling, especially because my dad was from the South, it was just expected that you were like the third parent, or like, you know, the substitute for the parent. So it was always like my duty to babysit my siblings. And I remember when I was like in middle school, when I was in middle school, you know, when you start to get your own identity, and I had friends, and I would ask like, oh, can I do this? Can I go to this party? And they'll be like, no. And I'd be like, why? And they're like, cause you got to babysit. But then they would leave and go and party. And long story short, like, I had to get over that. Like, I had to, because that not only created like this distance between me and my siblings, because I was never a sibling to them. I was always like a parental figure to them. So I didn't get that closeness to my siblings and to my family, honestly, to my family in general. And so I deal with a lot of these wounds of just, you know, feeling lonely and feeling isolated. And honestly, the other day, oh my God, I love this so much. Walking away from sneaky behavior, like the choice. This is the choice that you guys have to make, Angel number 1111. You're going to have to make a choice of walking away from negative, sneaky behaviors, or, you know, or staying there. Like, because look at underneath this is the Empress and the Three of Cups. So it's like God is telling you, you got to make a decision. But what I was saying was, I was literally just writing in my journal, and I was just thinking about like this place that I am in my life. And on one hand, professionally, I'm so happy that I am where I am. Like, not like my work wise, but like here, like this YouTube, my manuscript, my writing. Like, I'm very proud of myself, and I'm very happy that I was able to get to this point. But then there's just like this loneliness I have. Like, I'm not close to my parents. The friendships I have were not built on solid foundations. And it was just because of, I didn't know myself. I didn't understand myself. So I wasn't attracted to the right people. And a lot of times, I think maybe before I was journaling, I thought like this was my fault. Angel number 1212, like maybe I changed, and I had to really realize, like, through my process of journaling, that's why it's so important. Like, it wasn't like, this wasn't a decision that I kind of made. Like, every time, every single relationship that broke down, it was like a force outside of myself. Like, it was like God was, you know, ending the relationship or putting up this protective barrier. And so I feel like what God is saying is like, if things have not been going good in your life, or if you feel like you have been isolated, or like you are in this protective bubble, I feel like what God is saying is, you know, don't make this think like, you know, you're in this state of limbo. God doesn't want anything from you. You know, like God is not working in your favor. I feel like what God is saying is like, he's trying to get you away from these sneaky and conniving people. Like, he just wants your life to get on a better track. So sometimes when God is trying to get you to change, and period, when you can't ask for change, you can't ask for the God to change your life and expect your life to stay completely the same. Like, there's going to be tower moments, there's going to be chaos, but God is saying, don't allow that to discourage you and make you feel like it's not for you, because it is for you. What is happening is the universe is rising up and asking you, who are you? Who do you decide you are? Do you feel like you're only worthy of having somebody that's half loving you, or only being in a career that is dead end, that you know you're not satisfied in? Or are you going to walk away from that and allow your inner child to lead you? Are you going to take that leap of faith? That is the biggest question that you have to deal with this month. All right, let me hurry up. Let me hurry up, because I do gotta hop on the call. All right, God. Clarify this message of acceptance and facade. Clarify this message of acceptance and facade. How can we overcome this battle from our childhood? How can we accept ourselves today and not wait until the end of our lives to live our life? How can we make a true change to become the alchemist of our lives? Make it as plain as possible. I love of it. Oh, yeah. The heartbreak is what's driving this. See, God wants you to come to this place of acceptance and of being where you are, because you are the Queen of Wands. Like, you have this capacity, and this could be a male or female. You have this capacity to bring about the love and the satisfaction that you want in your career. You have the capacity to do that, and God is saying that you're going to be able to do that by trusting. You got to trust the voice on the inside. You got to trust that inner knowing. Like, you got to go into this mysticism. You just have to go on this journey if that's something that you truly want. But God is saying what's interfering with you becoming the Queen of Wands and you becoming one with this acceptance and you realizing, your vision, what's stopping you from getting to the 10 of Cups is that you're so hurt about everything that has happened in your life. You're just like, nothing has ever gone my way. It's not going my way. It's not going to go my way. And God is saying, just take the cup. Look at her thing literally says over it. It's like you've just given up, angel number 1606. And what God is saying is, do not give up. This is happening. Your life has happening for you. Everything is working in your favor. That's all I can say. Because you literally got the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. At the center of there is the King of Wands. So this is more the feminine energy in the man. You got a couple here. This is what God is saying. He wants you to come into total acceptance of yourself. You knowing that you can create a vision, execute it, see it through, rule your kingdom, as well as being someone who doesn't have to work so hard, who can lean into their intuition, who can trust the voice on the inside. You're not just attracting people because of how driven you are and how business-minded you are, but you're attracting people because of the way that you nurture and give to people with the sunflower. So I feel like what God is saying is that everything that has happened in your life to this point happened for a reason. It happened for you to realize, aha, I am this. It's like, once you realize, I'm going to recommend that you guys do morning pages, but once you realize that everything in your life is happening for a reason, then you will get to the point, like that's why I feel like that's when your journey, when you understand your journey, when you get to the point where you can look at your life and be like, damn, that's crazy. As fucked up as that was, it prepared me for this. As crazy as that was, it got me to understand this. If that never happened, I would have never got this. That is what God wants you to do here in this month of January. Because if you do all of that, if you do that work of, taking the cup, allowing your business mind to lead, allowing your intuition to guide you, creating a vision for your life, you're going to start to recognize your power. You're going to recognize your power. And that's what God wants you to do. All of this is happening for you to accept your power. But God can't help you. Nobody can get to you if you refuse to change your attitude and your perspective. All right, God, give us one quick card. God, give us one quick tool that we can use to bring ourselves into self-acceptance. How can we become the alchemist of our lives? How can we, get over our hurt feelings? How can we get over our hurt feelings so that we can become the magician in our life? It's right here for you guys. It's literally right here. The blessing is right here for you, but God is saying you have to be the one to take the first step. All right, God, give us a tool that we can use for this month of January. What is a tool that we can I'm going to do that again. What's a tool that we can use? All right. I am developing the skill to direct my thoughts. This is to get you to come out of this. This is what God wants you to do. The most valuable skill or talent that you could ever develop is that of directing your thoughts towards what you want. To be apt at quickly evaluating all situations and then quickly coming to the conclusion of what you want most, then you're giving your undivided attention to that. There is tremendous skill in deliberately directing your own thoughts that will yield results that cannot be compared with results. your own thoughts that will yield results that cannot be compared with results that mere action can provide. So what is God telling you? If you want to become this, if you want the acceptance, if you want your vision board to come through, you got to change your attitude. This is not saying that everything is going to be hunky-dory. This is not saying that everything is going to be okay. But it's saying that when things arise that you don't like, instead of just dwelling on here and being like, fuck it, I give up, God is saying, focus on where you want to go. Focus on your skill. Direct your attention elsewhere. Angel number 2023. And underneath it, he wants you to know life is always working out for me. I like understanding that things are always evolving. And while there are many things that could be better where I am, it is not really a problem because where I am is constantly changing to something better. I like knowing that as I look for the best things around me where I am, those things become more prevalent in my life. It is fun to know that things are always working out for me. As I watch for the evidence of that, I see it every day. So that's what God wants you to say. This month, he wants you to change your perspective. He wants you to learn how to shift your attention. Instead of focusing on the past and everything, I would tell my story the way I want it to be. How these people didn't get you, how you were bullied, how you were, all of that. God is saying, let it go. Let those stories go. Drop that shoulda, coulda, woulda, and accept where you are now. Everything that you've happened led you to this point. So instead of thinking, oh, my life is always going to be this way, go ahead, get this cup, get this offering that God has been putting on you. Maybe there has been a dream, or maybe there has been an idea that you've just been nagging over, but this thing of your past, like, because you just don't feel worthy of it, you're not able to get it. But you are so much worthy of it. You are the Queen of Wands. You are the King of Wands. You're capable. God is saying you're capable of bringing these tangible dreams about, bringing your 10 of Cups, the ultimate vision of life, vision about, but you have to change your perspective. God, what happens in this month of January if instead of having an attitude of fuck it, my Sagittarius decide to step up and learn the skill to direct their life? What happens if they take on the attitude that everything is working out for them? What happens when they create a vision for their lives and work towards that vision? What comes for them, God? How can they change their story? Make it as plain as possible. Reflection. Friendship in your life may come to an end. Others could blossom and become stronger. I feel like what this is saying, God is asking you for this month of January to do some reflections, do some self-reflections about how you have gotten to where you are in life today. Think about everything that's happened in your life. Like, really allow yourself to do those morning pages. Tell your life story to yourself. But don't tell it in a factual way. Tell it in the way that you want it to be. And then go back over that and look at all the ways that you said shoulda, coulda, woulda. If you've had friendships that didn't go right, or that's ended, or that you're sad because you're in this place of isolation and you want to give up on life, what God is saying is this is not happening for you. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you. So allow all of these doors to close so that you can get where you truly want to go in life. Because what's really happening is a sudden change of luck is likely. Things are working in your favor. There's an excellent time of networking. So let me go ahead and wrap this up, because this message is all about accepting yourself, accepting your journey. What I feel like this message is really about for you, Sagittarius, this month is that you have a business adventure, an idea, something tangible that you want to manifest into this world. It could be art, it could be a book, it can be anything, that is for you to decide. But there's something that you want to bring about, and it hasn't really manifested in the way that you want, or you're not seeing the results that you want to see. And I think that what I know is happening is because you are kind of not, your attitude is kind of so stuck on your past, and you thinking like, oh, of course people don't get it. Of course people won't understand me. And what God is trying to get you to do is to learn how to redirect your thoughts. He wants you to start focusing on where you're trying to go. He wants you He wants you to look at your life, not for you to be like, oh, I fucked up. This is where I should have went. This, not none of that. He wants you to look over your life to have a reflection so that you can see that you were always the king of wine. You always had it in you. You always had it in you. So what he wants you to do is do that reflection, understand your past, understand how you got here. Once you make that very clear, create a vision for your life, create a tangible plan on how to manifest this dream into your life. Once you do all of that and you look at your life and you have appreciation for it and you have this acceptance for it, what's going to happen is it is going to create this ripple effect and this manifestation, like this luck is going to happen in your life. And what God is saying is, as things start getting a little crazy, do not ever think that it's not working in your favor, because everything is working in your favor. This month, God wants you to do the self-reflection so that you can understand that this dream, this goal, whatever you are working for, it was always in you, and you have the tools, you have the capability to see it through. So you're ending the month of January and going into February, working on those new skills, seeing how bomb you are. And I hope by February, we're starting to take off and really starting to see some of those tangible benefits. All right, Sagittarius, that's all the messages I have for you. I hope it was beneficial for you. If you did, please make sure that you give me your key takeaways down below. If you made it to the end of this message, at least give me a thumbs up. Always make sure, if you want to know more about Honestly Sis, check out honestlysis.com. Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never, ever, ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Namaste.